You are listening to the Midwest's Most Dangerous Podcast, Season 17, Episode 10 of Lock Pod from the Nika IBW Powering Indiana Lake County Studios.
I think you said it while we were sitting here. It's the dog days of winter.
Yes.
It's like the...
Sucks.
I don't know. What do they call it? Seasonal depression or like there's... Yeah. It's just like... Oh.
I'm living with my dogs, basically. And Marissa.
It is.
But we live with our dogs.
In the dog days of winter?
No, I'm literally like... The dogs are in the house all the time because it's freezing. You can't put them out when it's like this.
Not for long.
I'm literally living with Marissa and 3 dogs in a freaking house. Just
all bundled up.
Every day
under
it's
blankets.
The same. It's friggin' dark. Although now it's like dark at 5:30.
It's a little bit better, right? But it's been cloudy. Like it's not like we had a day of sunshine last week maybe, and you're like, oh my gosh, the sun.
I saw some sun at Boyne last week.
Nice. Yeah, not here though.
Nope.
It's been cloudy, man.
That's the thing about this area.
Get me through this.
Is this time of year sucks pretty hard, I have to say. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in California where I saw the sun like every day of my life, and I moved over here where there's like parts of the year where you don't see the sun for a couple weeks, man. But I was in a submarine, so I'm sort of used to that.
Dark and dank. And, you know, one of our listeners I know, John Bowditch, in fact, we have his Bowditch thing here. He's usually in Florida, but I saw him not too long ago, like near the marina, and I was like, the Hammond Marina, and I was like, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, I got to get down there. So maybe, I know John usually listens, so maybe he can go in. Is he?
Yeah.
John, where are you? Are you in the dog days of winter like
John's
us?
Got it right,
are you crazy that you're up here? Are you in Florida, hopefully? I hope he's down there.
He gets the hell out of here.
He should.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Like when I'm retired.
Chicago cop retired, right?
Dude, I'm going to you're going to be like, I'm going to peace out and I'll be doing Lock Pod from Scottsdale.
I hope Zoom works.
When John
and I will be here in the studio. It'll be 10 below.
It'll be like Star Trek.
Tom
you
will
could beam into the studio.
Beam you in.
Right.
We'll do a hologram.
Did you see I posted a picture of me with the Super Bowl trophy yesterday?
It's really cool. I was like, damn, man, that's Super Bowl 20.
I know.
And think about now.
Correctly guessed.
Did he?
The location. Yeah.
Think about now. We are having Super Bowl 60. Isn't that this year? 59? What is it?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Wow.
Like, we're old.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because I remember I was like...
Speak for yourself, asshole.
Well, all right. You're older than me.
Including me, and you're denigrating
our age.
Yeah.
So... I remember watching that game. I know exactly where I was, who I was with, and I think I was a junior or sophomore in high school. I was like 16.
I was a 49er fan.
Yeah, so you didn't get to even enjoy it, dude.
I got a couple Super Bowls as a 49er fan.
True, you got to enjoy those. I don't feel too bad for you.
I got to watch
Montana
like,
and Will Clark
after Dynasty.
And,
Steve Young.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I did all right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
but not as a Bears fan.
Bowditch.
He said, I just got back from Nashville going to Key West this Friday. He's living the dream.
That's what you do, dude.
Yeah.
Because like this area, honestly, if you took this approach, like it's Halloween, I love my house, I'm going to turn the heat to 62 and peace out.
So because Halloween's a big day at your house, a lot of trick or treaters.
So you give out the 6,000 candy bars, and then I
the RV's ready to roll.
Then I peace out. The next day, I drive to Scottsdale, and I'm going to have a place in Scottsdale.
Is that your place?
Is the plan.
Is that kind of like your...
This is Marissa. Marissa is included in this, obviously.
Yes.
She always gets...
Is she okayed Scottsdale?
She loves Scottsdale.
Okay, so like you
and
guys
so do I.
Winter there.
Peace out. Go to Scottsdale, right? And then you stay there until... Of course, she has to be retired also.
Yeah.
And then you peace out at Scottsdale until Easter-ish.
So like March, April.
Opening day for Cubs.
Okay.
Because it's a little cold then still, but I can handle it for a couple weeks. You come back here opening day for the Cubs.
Springtime.
Yeah.
Springtime
and then you live here
nice.
until Easter. I mean, and then you live there until Halloween.
What a nice
Because honestly,
setup.
that time of year in Chicagoland area,
Beautiful.
You can't beat it. I love Chicago in the
summer.
summer.
6 months here, 6 months there.
Yeah.
Wow. Or like 7 and 5 or something.
Yeah, 7 and 5.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the
John, what do you think?
Jam.
Why do I feel like
you guys
want to
move in?
Why do I feel like you and I will be here and Tom will be beaming
I'll be beaming in
from
Are you implying we'll still be doing this
season 47
at Tom's retirement age?
God, I hope not.
We'll be hopefully
no
Lockpod will
be
syndicated. No, dude.
Hopefully.
Lockpod will be. This will be like the archaic ages of our.
I love
Lockpod.
Tom's optimism on our
Why are we doing
podcast.
this? We're like a band, a struggling band.
We're still in the local bars.
I think we're playing the bigger gigs.
Okay, we're playing.
We're on the festival circuit.
Oh
now.
wow!
Yeah,
like
man,
opening.
Yeah,
opening.
We're not the
bands
main
festivals.
band. No.
All right.
If we're syndicated by then, I'm going to be in Arizona with you.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
I need hiking buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just move Lockpod to We'll do
like winter season will be in Scottsdale, and then like summer season will be here.
If I'm retired, you'll be retired.
So there'll have to be a Smith Sursic studio there.
Yeah. Stephen, I'll have to build a remote office. I'll have to get licensed in Arizona.
Can we rewind to something real quick?
Yeah.
Your post.
Which one?
With the Super Bowl trophy. We kind of glossed over that. I saw it. Some would say that post was coded. I mean, it was just this random, ambiguous post of you somewhere.
Bear down, baby.
What's going on,
Maybe
Tom?
he wanted that to be coded.
What does that mean?
I just took a picture of the Super Bowl trophy.
Okay. All right.
What's the big deal?
Okay.
Bear down. It was just a general.
Just a random.
No. I mean,
you had like an all-access pass on. You were somewhere important.
You got to think about this. It's Super Bowl week, dude.
Okay.
This is the week of the Super Bowl.
Thank you, Kevin, for pointing that out for me.
For football fans out there.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the hype of Bears.
Where would that trophy be?
I mean, City Hall.
City Hall. It was in City Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in City
Hall. It's on the third floor of City Hall.
I don't know what you're trying to talk about, or if you're trying to get me in trouble with something.
No.
You know
No.
Are you trying to get me in trouble, John?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying it felt a little coded.
Maybe it was coded.
Super Bowl week,
coded
dude.
in something.
It is. It's pretty cool trophy, by the way.
It is. By the way, one day when I could talk about who took that picture. One day when I could talk about that.
Okay.
Who took that picture?
Whoa.
I would love to say it right now, but I cannot.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I want it to
that's the craziest part of the picture for me. Is the person that snapped the picture.
Wow.
I want it to be like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like a Bears Hall of Famer. Like
Dude,
somebody like.
It's like famous person.
All right.
Snapped
Oh,
that
my
picture.
God.
Like
All
a
right.
famous person snapped
Taylor
that picture.
Swift.
No, famous person. You're trying to get me in trouble.
No,
that's the craziest
Taylor
part.
Swift?
So
How would
hold
that
it.
get you in trouble?
So let's just say that one day I'm going to be able to talk about things like this, okay? And when I'm able to talk about who took that picture of me,
Yes.
it's going to blow your fucking mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know,
want it
it's
to be
cool.
like. I want it to be like some
That's the
really
coolest
famous
part.
bear.
Dude, it's a
All right.
It's a very
or like a very famous like singer.
It's a very wealthy person. How
all
about
right.
that?
Whoa. All right. We'll wait and see.
It's
All right.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go
I
to
mean, so like I
Tom's.
can't say shit.
Stop right
now.
there. All right, John. You've already.
Kevin's like,
All
stop
right,
talking.
John,
You're giving hits.
Moving on to Tom's health apps that he wants to talk about.
Yeah. So that was a cool little
It's a good
detour we took.
It's a good photo for Super Bowl week.
One day I'll be. But there's an article in the Wall Street Journal today that talks about the mayor of San Jose and how upset he is that because they have the stadium there.
You're the Sharks, right?
No. I'm talking about Santa Clara, but
Santa Clara,
San Jose
okay.
is the big city. Santa Clara is a small little town. Right?
Okay.
So the mayor of San Jose and how upset him and Santa Clara, I'm sure feels the same way, that they're completely excluded from all the Super Bowl activities.
Come on.
Because San Francisco 49ers,
Yeah.
they play in Santa Clara, which
Sure.
is a 40-minute drive from San Francisco. So, like, it's akin to
Like
Hammond's
if the Bears
audacity.
moved to Hammond.
Right. So, like, if the Super Bowl were in Hammond, for instance,
Whoa.
right? Do I think for a second that, let's just say Hammond hosted the stadium. I want to make this clear for everybody that's listening, okay? Let's say that the Bears built their stadium in Hammond, right? And Super Bowl came to the new stadium. It
Super
will.
Bowl 85.
So technically Hammond would be hosting a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But none of the activities would take place in Hammond other
All
than
be
the game.
Chicago.
It would all be in Chicago. All the hotel stays,
Wouldn't you
all
be
the
invited?
famous,
yeah, that's
bands that are
makes
playing.
sense, kind of.
It would. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And I understand this going in, right? And I'm
Yes.
sure the mayor of Santa Clara understood at the time. He was just so happy they built the stadium there. But now they're all bitching a little bit in the Wall Street Journal. They're like,
Wow.
yeah, all the Super
What do
Bowl
they
stuff's in
expect?
San Francisco. It's
What do
like,
they expect?
yeah, fucking San Jose 49ers doesn't have the same ring, buddy, and neither does the Hammond Bears.
Correct.
Doesn't have the same ring. I acknowledge that, okay? So if we were the host site for Bear Stadium one day, I understand that all the activities are going to take place in Chicago. All the hotel stays are probably going to take place in Chicago. The
Yeah.
only thing that's going to happen in my fair city is the game itself.
Wow,
and
which
I'm
is
good
still
with
pretty
that.
cool.
I'm good with that. So build it in Hammond, guys.
See, that's when the Super Bowl trophy will be in it'll be in Hammond. It'll
Yeah,
be there.
yeah.
They'll have to award it in
Oh,
Hammond.
John's got the picture.
Oh, there we
I
go.
had to. So because now
Looks like it's on a can of beer.
you mentioned
You're playing that game, geofencing, or whatever that game
no.
is.
What I'm gonna do
Hey, Lynn.
is you
up,
mentioned
baby?
someone famous.
The pregnant LMP
Mm-hmm.
is here.
Hey, Lindsay.
Okay, John.
You mentioned someone famous took it. So now I'm going to run this through AI and say, like, AI, look for any human reflections in the
No.
glass.
No.
Enhance.
Don't
If
do
you
that,
can figure
John.
it out yourself, God bless. But I don't think you'll ever guess.
This
but
is
like,
the post.
I'm gonna blow you away with who took that picture one day.
One day.
What's up, Lynn?
Vince Lombardi.
Oh, that'd be something if the ghost of Vince Lombardi.
That would be crazy.
That would be.
Yeah.
Or the ghost of George Hallis.
He's
been dead.
He's been dead for a while.
I just know that's an
He's
impressive
dead.
name.
Well, they name a trophy after him. They're usually not alive.
30, 40 years. I mean, who's counting?
By the way, this
Mr.
is
Heisman.
This is the person
He's been dead.
who beats Phil in usual like sports bets. Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah.
She just said, "Is he dead?" This is who has a
She
better
always
betting
beats him.
record than
I,
Phil.
Walter Payton.
Also
Walter
dead.
Payton's dead. Yeah. Keep going, though.
Gail Sayers.
If you get one that's alive.
Jason Kelsey.
No, that would be good.
but never
he's
a bear.
famous, too.
Yeah.
So.
And he said they're wealthy.
I said he's famous and wealthy. So.
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, it's a
Kelsey.
he?
Kelsey would have.
Right.
It's
$100
not
million.
Taylor Swift.
$100 million podcast they got.
Wow.
Purchased.
Oh my God, it was Kelsey, wasn't it?
See, $100 million podcast,
That was
Vesmar.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, he had a little.
Could you
something more
imagine?
going for him?
Yeah. All right.
I
So,
can imagine. Yeah.
okay. I mean, just give us
That'll
like
be
a
us next.
tenth of that. That's what I'm saying, Lynn. We're like playing gigs right now. A tenth of that.
100th.
Give us $10 million. Well, you could buy us. We'll all quit our jobs and we'll do Lockpod full time.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Lindsay won't.
I
You
spent
wouldn't?
so long getting my nursing degree. I'm
It
gonna
would be
do
your
my
chance to
nursing.
be on a famous podcast. Well,
Then you could institute your Scottsdale 5 months a year.
Yes, I would definitely do that.
I would too.
Yeah.
For $10 million.
We've got a good show ahead of us. Don't forget it's Tuesday, so that means it's Straight Talk with Corinne.
Straight
coming
talk
up.
with Corinne.
I can't wait to play some clips about what Republican senators feel about Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem. And we're also going to talk about whether Tulsi Gabbard is in any hot water over, like, in the shadows of of a FBI raid in Atlanta.
Dude,
So-
I wake up the other day. So, like, it's on Saturday. And I wear all these trackers. Like, I wear an Apple Watch. I don't wear it at night. I wear a ring at night. And it, like, tracks my sleep, my heartbeat, my temperature.
Yep.
Basic.
If you know anything about computers, you could probably find out every small detail of my father's life.
Yeah. So, I don't give a shit. I'll be honest with you. I'm very healthy. I think I'm pretty healthy. But I wake up the other day, and I track this stuff like every day. I know my score. So when I wake up, I'm like, look at that. I'm in great health still, right? My heart rate's good. But it can also tell you when you're getting sick. And sometimes it tells you before you're sick, hey, you got something going on here. So I wake
Like
up.
a heads up?
It gives you a heads up.
Like a 24 to 48 hour heads
yeah.
up.
And I'll be honest, man. Like 90%
right.
of the time you get sick right
Have you
after
ever
it tells
taken
you.
like those, what do they call that, Zyrtec? Or, like
Well, you
that
could, I guess.
pre-sickness
But like,
medicine?
Zymtac.
Thank
Well,
you.
It's
no.
before you have any
you.
symptoms, Kevin.
yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Why not take it then?
This is kind
Oh,
of
right.
fascinating, actually, from a medical standpoint. I was looking at this because a lot of people think that the course of an illness is from symptom onset and onward. But actually, you're mostly contagious before you even exhibit symptoms. That's why they spread so quickly.
Whoa.
So this here
makes
is
sense.
like physical proof that
Let's see this.
you have the illness without symptoms in your body. It's affecting you. You just don't know it quite yet. And if you had something contagious, this is when you would be the most contagious and spread it to other people.
So look, that's my last week. It was a pretty tough week. I got back from skiing. So Monday, Tuesday, I was chilling.
So
Wednesday,
98 is good, right?
98 is off the
So
charts.
that's
It's out of
Thursday?
100. So like on Wednesday,
wow.
when I'm first start work, I had mayor's night out and normal mayor load that day. Wednesday, I'm at like a 96. And then on Thursday, the day of the state of the city, that's exactly where we went
Dad
away.
was feeling
We wanted
tip-top
me on
shape.
top of the world. I was 98 that
Peak.
day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I give the
Peak
speech,
performance.
and then like
Your body just
I wake up
lets
the next
down.
day, and it says you're a 64.
You
I went
know
from
what?
a 98 to a
I
64.
think I know what caused that too.
So like, and then on Saturday, I didn't even notice on Friday it was so low. On Saturday, I wake up and I see it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You know what? I think there's
it goes
something to
down
your-
from 98 to 64 2 days in a row.
I think there's something to it though, where your brain and Lindsay, maybe you can tell me I'm full of hot air here, but like there's something about like where kind of like what you need to be up for, and your body kind of makes sure you're up for it, and then like
And then as soon as
you
it's over,
drop.
you're
Like
like,
I've seen that in a
Rebound.
trial. Like
Yeah.
I'm fine
Right.
through the trial, then the trial's over, and I just get sick.
Well, that could be levels of stress. Stress can impact your immune system. But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, Kevin.
Dad, I just want you to guess, how many hands did you shake that day?
yeah, a lot,
Oh.
Liz.
How many hands?
Probably 200 or 300.
Yeah. So Dad was exposed to a lot
Right.
that day before.
True.
And he
See
was
what I do for
probably
Hammond?
intense. You know, he
Put yourself
probably
out
had a
there.
lot of nerves. He probably
Oh,
had
dude, I was
high
like,
emotion.
I was freaking amped up
That's
for it.
exhausting
And then
on
it's
your
just like
body.
Kevin said,
Yeah.
as soon as it was over, you're like,
and that opens you up
Yeah,
to
your adrenaline
infection.
just-
So
Are your
this
hands
does not
bruised?
surprise me.
From
no,
shaking?
no,
Like Trump's.
No,
I bruise other hands. I've been doing this for 22 years. So. But yeah, so anyway, the crazy thing is, so on Saturday, I'm like, what the hell is going on with my body?
Right.
I thought that was broken. I'm like, what the? It never drops that fast, right? And then I pull up so the first one is an app I pay a lot of money for, and it combines everything. Okay, it's called Welltory. It's really good, by the way. And it was 4:20 p.m. coincidentally, by the way. That was not on purpose. So anyway, you go down to I go log on to my Ring because I'm like, my Ring. If my Ring is backing up what Welltory is saying.
This is all on Aura?
No, the top one is Welltory. The bottom one is my Ring. My Ring saying the same thing. Major signs of stress.
Whoa.
Your biometrics under strain. That's called the symptom radar.
So
it tells you
Welltory, Tom, just real quick, just so I understand this. Is the Welltory hooked up to
my watch,
your Ring? So
my
it's like
watch.
it's an app that works.
And it's like
with
super
multiple
smart. It's got
sources of
AI.
data.
It does all kinds of stuff, and it combines everything. And then the bottom one is the Ring. Is I'm wearing it 24/7.
And that's the Aura Ring.
Yeah, that one's packing it up, saying you're sick. So I'm sitting there Saturday morning, like I feel fine, and I'm like all fucked up in the head, like holy shit, I think I'm sick, but I feel totally fine. And I go about my Saturday morning doing my normal stuff. Saturday afternoon, I was down for the count, dude.
I wonder if there's like stories. I bet there are the stories of people that have the Aura Ring that were like, "Hey, I got a heads up, and like it saved my life. Like I was going to have a heart attack or something."
Definitely.
You know, the Apple Watch has been credited for picking up people in AFib, and they are told to go see a doctor, go to the emergency room, and they are, and they can get ahead of pretty significant
heart issues. Wow,
yeah,
interesting.
AFib can turn into a stroke real fast.
So I never take my Apple Watch off.
I agree, John. I have my Ring on, but I forgot who was telling me this, and even if I'm not gonna give them away because this is medical stuff, but they're like I am, and they wear this stuff all the time, like John is, and I've been wearing this for years.
So
let's say like there was some cancer in my body or something like that, things would be different. And then my Ring would flag it. It's like there's something different going on in your body. It would flag it and be like, you need to go see a doctor because it doesn't know that you got prostate cancer or something. It just knows your body's reacting differently. Your heartbeat is different. Your breathing rate is different. Your temperature's off.
Test.
Yeah, go find out there's something going on. That's the thing about it that I really like.
Or that you're always exhausted, like you're not sleeping well.
I sleep like a champ.
But the issue with my Aura Ring, the reason why I don't wear it too much anymore is because even if you put it in night shift mode, it still tells you that your sleep is shit.
Yeah.
I don't need a ring to tell me that.
I would love to see. I would love to see how it would have changed, like from pre-pregnancy to during. That would have been interesting.
I haven't been wearing it pretty consistently. I did wear it when I had the flu while pregnant because I was just worried about my heart rate. And it was registering that I wasn't doing too hot, but yeah, maybe I could put it back on.
Yeah, I'm
exhausted right now.
I want to see like the during pregnancy like data.
Well, we won't have before and after data, so we'll just
here forward.
Yeah. Okay.
How many weeks are we, by the way, Linz?
We are at 27 weeks.
Wow, holy,
the third trimester.
This girl's going to have a baby soon, man.
No.
Holy
She's
cow.
barely going to make it through season 17.
Yeah,
but she's under contract for the whole season.
What happens if her
like,
water breaks in studio?
Fuck that. She's doing the show, dude.
I'm tired.
She's under contract, Kevin.
Yeah, you're right.
You're a lawyer. You're Lockpod's lawyer.
Just let us know if your water breaks, but don't get out of the seat because we got to finish the show.
We can finish the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll have time. We'll get her there.
Yeah,
Hospital's down the block.
It's not usually a pressing emergency when your water breaks.
True.
Water breaks.
True.
It's not broken.
John will
it's
be
just
like,
leaking.
something happened over here, guys.
Wait, how close to the end of the season is May 1st? May 1st is my due date.
No,
All right. Wow.
No, we're done in April.
No,
Yeah.
that's like mid-season. I
That's
think.
like start of the next.
No,
start
but
of 18.
Lindsay's already retired by
Well,
then.
sorry.
Lindsay's
Her
retired.
Lockpod seasons are
You know what? We
numbered.
should. Don't you think Aura should be sponsoring the show? I mean, we talk about it a ton.
I agree. It's just I think it's
Absolutely.
great. By the way, I think everybody should wear these. Honestly,
I better
they're
get
great.
one. I don't have one.
I should get my employees to wear it because it does. It focuses you on things that you should be
I-
focused on.
So I
feel like
I
it's
don't know.
gonna
I
make
have
me
some
nervous.
mixed feelings about sharing all this kind of medical data with these massive corporations personally.
I don't give a crap.
But also,
Sounds like read me.
well,
Wait,
but
like-
You already know me.
also, I hate this push to integrate AI into medicine so much because I really do think that can have some catastrophic consequences. AI doesn't have the ability to reason, which is what doctors are for, nurses are for. You can put it in an algorithm all day, but nothing beats using your two eyes and seeing a person who is, using their brain
I
properly.
yelled at my AI the other day for messing up on Carrie Hamilton's introduction. I chastised.
This is
my
the problem.
AI.
Right, that alone is a problem.
I did.
fact
I was
that
like,
you
when
yelled
I'm
at
doing
my AI.
Lockpod stuff, you got to double check this shit. I said that,
Well,
and AI was apologizing to me.
That is so freaking
so
odd.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Start using Google's Gemini instead of ChatGPT.
I like
I have
ChatGPT.
never
ChatGPT is
used
cooked.
AI
I like
willingly.
ChatGPT.
They're done.
Gemini.
They're done. ChatGPT's done.
I have no AI apps on my phone. The only time I see AI actually pop up is when I Google something, and they just automatically do that.
Yeah, they
And
do.
I found out if you do your Google search minus AI, it won't show up. So
Hey,
I
I wanted to
brain.
talk about a bill that passed Indiana Senate, and we got Corinne coming on in a few minutes. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to cook through.
Yes.
Because this is important in light of what's going on in Minnesota, in light of what's going on in Indiana, because ICE was in Hammond last week, by the way.
And we talked about what's going on in Maryville, too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
about
good point,
ICE
Kevin.
potentially.
By the way, John, interesting fact about the Maryville ICE detention facility.
That is not yet. They're just talking about
I
it.
agree.
Right?
But we talked about that
We
on
did.
Lockpod. Okay, I don't think a lot of people in the region knew about it. We talked about it because it was in the Washington Post article that Maryville was getting an ICE facility, and when we talked about it on Lockpod, I don't know if it got a huge response, but then we pulled a clip up and we posted the clip that got like 75,000 views, and
All
then
right.
last week the Maryville Town Council got together and voted down an ICE facility, but like it was interesting. It was sort of initiated by Lockpod.
Like it.
Like we were pushing that issue. Maryville Town Council responded, and for what it's worth, they symbolically voted down an ICE facility that's not even really.
They have no control over.
I agree.
Well,
Agree
yeah,
with you on
I
that.
mean,
The federal government
the
wants
federal
to come in
government
and
can take an abandoned building
yes,
if they want to.
they could take
so.
a piece of farmland if they want to.
But the
That's a really
interesting
nice
thing, the
symbolic
point
gesture.
I was trying to make is Lockpod sort of initiated that story. which
So
is
buy us for $10
the Washington
million,
Post.
please.
$10 million.
There you go.
Good asking price. Sold.
So what's this bill?
Immigration bill passes Indiana Senate 37-7, which means Democrats voted.
Yeah.
Well, they probably just didn't vote. But Indiana Senate Republicans are pushing forward a bill that would force local governments, police departments, jails, and public universities to fully cooperate with federal immigration enforcement, no matter the local impact. Senate Bill 76 passed the Indiana Senate 37-7 along party lines. It bans any local unit of government or higher education institution from taking actions that could be seen as impeding immigration enforcement by federal, state, and local authorities. Attorney General Todd Rokita gives him the power to seek a court order against any city or county he believes is not cooperating. Great.
That's a lot of power for one dude.
Yeah. If a court agrees, Governor Mike Braun could then cut off all state funding to that local government for up to 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Republican
seems a little-
sponsor Senator Liz Brown of Fort Wayne says Senate Bill 76 is meant to stop rogue local governments from interfering with immigration enforcement.
And isn't Senator Liz Brown the one that's on the bullseye of Senator Rokita? Like they're primarying her and they...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Or maybe she's not. I don't. Yeah, she's like in the crosshairs of I thought Rokita because she wouldn't do an immigration bill last
Let me ask you a
session, and they
question,
like
lawyer.
accused her of like, oh, you have
Oh, yeah. That's
like
right,
you
Kevin.
have like housemaids or something that are
Yeah.
immigrants or not. I don't know. Not
So go back to my parking lot situation where I told ICE I didn't want them to use Hammond's.
GTFO.
I
they-
mean,
that I didn't want them to use the Hammond Police Department parking lot for.
yeah. I think
How does
dev-
that work under this
I
bill?
think the devil's in the details. There are words like impede, right, and not cooperating.
Did
I don't
I
know if
impede?
that. I didn't think you did because
They
they
could
just went
easily
somewhere
go down
else.
the street.
Correct.
Right?
But
Did I?
non-cooperation.
I mean, they
What,
didn't ask.
I got rights, by the way. I'm still an
We have
American.
property rights,
According
and
to
so
this
does the
bill,
city.
you
I have the
don't.
right to not cooperate. Like, fuck off. I
This
don't like
bill
them.
says that you don't have that right anymore.
Well, I have rights.
Here.
I mean, I'm not going to stop feeling the way I do about what they're doing to people.
Here's the thing I would say. Two things. One, I disagree, or I believe that you did not impede anything, and that's an essential part of this statute or bill. Second, I don't believe that you didn't cooperate because they didn't really ask. They just showed up, and you just said, "Hey, man, we just don't want you here. Go do what you got to do somewhere else," and they did. I think you're good.
I was talking
I don't think
about
Rokita
this.
can come after you. Maybe he could anyway.
I
but-
was actually talking about this on, and you know what, Corinne might want to talk about this too, but I made a comment that seemed to get a lot of traction on her account that I said this bill, along with a bill that just left the House that said that the governor can put together a military police made of reserved
That's scary.
Coast Guard men
That's
that
scary.
he can use whenever he deems an emergency is necessary.
Yeah.
No clarification on what that means.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to get ahead of a Minnesota situation where they can make sure that they have these powers before it becomes a problem.
I agree with you,
so
Lindsay.
they can
It's very
squash
scary.
it so hard and not have any kind of
The militarization of
back.
otherwise civilian, I mean, like against
What's
civilians
the state
is
police
bizarre.
For? Like,
It's
we
bizarre.
have state police. Why do we need a military police on top of that is in command by literally the governor? Like, why does he need that?
Follow this bill.
Yeah.
It's Senate Bill 76.
Both
Keep
of
an eye
them.
on it. There's a lot of, yeah, I agree. Both of them, Linz. That other one's a federal bill. So let's keep an eye on those. And
Keep in
we will
mind
hear at
that-
Lockpod.
Just because passing one house is a big deal. I think that's when what I have a problem with is when you have a bill that's proposed, it's never going to see the light of day and everybody gets fired up about a proposal. It's like when they start passing committees and passing houses, that's when you got to start paying attention.
And this
Senate
is
Bill
one of them.
76 passed the Indiana Senate. So let's start watching this one. Hopefully the House has some input on it.
Well, usually the Senate's the tougher one, so that's interesting.
That's
the House,
true.
it'll fly through probably.
All right, well, we got Corinne waiting in the green room. Well, not in the green room.
In her own green room.
In the virtual green room.
In the Elkhart County green room.
That's right. So let's go ahead and do some ads. And when we come back, we're going to be doing some straight talk with Corinne Straight. Let's start off first with Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve, Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 40-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baldensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortilla Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
The branding room floor. Hiring a full-time marketing manager is costly, but what if you don't need to? At the branding room floor, we are your marketing department, providing marketing strategy, creative design, web development, full brand management, and more, all for less than the cost of a single employee. We are the region's award-winning full-service marketing agency, partnering with businesses and organizations that want complete marketing department results without the overhead. Stop doing it yourself or delegating to unqualified employees. Get the support, expertise, and partnership of a full marketing team with the Branding Room Floor. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com to get started today.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. John's in trial this week, actually. Call John Cantrell at 219-5544-LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Thanks to our sponsors,
including our studio sponsor, Powering Indiana Lake County.
Great to see and talk again. I missed her last week in studio. It's great to see Corinne Straight with some straight talk. Welcome back.
Happy Tuesday.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody?
We're here. We're dog days of winter.
Loving that first part of that conversation. That was fascinating.
Thank you.
And like so many good points from Lindsay too about the AI and healthcare. Like, phew, well done.
Thank you.
We're just glad you're listening.
Oh, always. I've always got it on. I may be doing my hair, but I'm listening to y'all.
Thanks,
it is interesting. I like that you brought up that, the immigration enforcement bill, because I remember covering this bill last year, a very similar piece of legislation, which is where the Liz Todd relationship split happened because Senator Liz Brown did not vote for it. And Kevin, I'm sure you know, like the language in this bill, I think is purposefully vague. Yep. The word cooperation. And I reached out to several law enforcement agencies, including former colleagues of mine, and they told me that the biggest sticking point is that if they pick somebody up for immigration, they can hold them for 48 hours.
True.
And then they have to let them go. That is what Rokita believes are rogue, liberal, radical law enforcement agencies, because they refuse to break the Constitution. They refuse to go against this person's constitutional rights. That is what Todd is pissed about, because his lawsuits, his Lake County Sheriff lawsuit, his St. Joe County, his Monroe County lawsuit, did not work out last year. So he's like, all right, we go into the legislature.
But we don't get to hear about that. We only get to hear that he did it. He filed them, but we never hear the outcomes of these things. Right?
He lost. Check my account. He lost.
You know, Corinne, what's interesting and scary for me is going back to that situation in the Hammond Police Department parking lot. Right after that happened, Todd Rokita had a deputy AG at a meeting of mayors, and they said, we're going to get Hammond in front of a whole bunch of mayors. I wasn't at that meeting.
We got reports of it.
Yeah, they're all like, they're talking about you right now in our meeting. And it's so, this is scary when you hear about, because they consider me not letting them use the Hammond Police Department parking lot as a rogue unit of government.
They could try to make that argument.
Right.
They can try to make that argument, and these are the kind of things that really piss me off about the way that some of our elected officials treat voters as stupid people. And they are the manipulation that Todd Rokita and Mike Braun are levying against the people of Indiana, claiming that these law enforcement divisions are, you know, cooperating with immigrants because they're infiltrated by George Soros or something. It's insane. These law enforcement departments are literally doing their job and following the law, and it doesn't make Todd look tough enough. And
you remember that judge in Milwaukee? I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No, good, go.
This is when I knew they weren't playing.
Yep, they indicted a judge in Milwaukee.
That judge in Milwaukee, and when they had ICE was seeking somebody in her courtroom, and she snuck him out the back door, and they ended up. I don't think she's a judge anymore.
I know she was charged. I know that case is still pending. I'm not sure if
that's
she's
what
still
I knew.
Yeah, they're not playing around.
These guys aren't messing around.
Yeah, and a lot of this is like great talking points, right? Like, oh, we passed this immigration law. Oh, we've sued these 3 cities.
Right.
I mean, those are all like headlines, right? And then the reality, what happens eventually is the stuff like Corinne's talking about. The law enforcement is doing their job. The lawsuits get dismissed.
Right.
But they got the headlines.
Right,
so.
exactly.
Well, and speaking of voters, I know your thing today, we're going to talk about voters.
We are. And the immigration issue is huge in what I'm going to talk about today, too. So it was like we set this up perfectly, guys. It's almost like we coordinated it.
It's all about
let's act like we did.
But there was a state Senate race in Texas. There was a special election. There had to be a runoff. It took place on Saturday, so the last day of January. And it's Texas State Senate District 9. And pretty rare that any of us know the name or number of a Senate district in another state, let alone, Texas. And even more rare that this race received a presidential endorsement from Donald Trump. He endorsed Lee Wamsgans, the Republican. She's a big up-and-comer in the MAGA movement. She's been very influential, installing very Christian conservative members on school boards who have passed book bans and instituted curricula changes like Bible teachings in public schools. President Trump endorsed her.
That is so
as
crazy.
Recently as 2 a.m., because we all know there's something going on with his brain, and he's doing his best work at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sundowning.
And John just threw that True Social post up. He just put it up, so we just all saw it.
Yes.
How that is so weird for a United States president to get involved in a state Senate race in any state.
Bizarre.
I mean, and
Super
he's endorsing
bizarre.
candidates.
Even though he said he's going to go after Bray.
Right. It's so, I know, but that just supports even further. Like,
Agreed.
why is a president so interested in a state Senate seat? It's
Bizarro
insane.
world.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And he, from his account, his first post about this race was back in August. And so, and we know that he's not always the person posting on his account. We know that staff is doing it.
For sure.
But usually when he signs it DJT, that usually means it's him.
Or when it's 2 a.m., it's usually him.
Capital letters or the grammar is off.
Or the grammar's off. And Lindsay made a really good point about sundowning, because people who are aware of dementia-related symptoms or some kind of other cognitive decline, you're up late. Your clock is off. And so even more credence to the possible cognitive decline was that when he was asked about the election the next day at Mar-a-Lago, so on Sunday, he's asked about the Texas election, he looks dumbfounded. He looks even surprised that Texas is a state and has a Senate. I mean, it goes that far. And he's an election? Where was this? It's a place that I won. And so the reason they were asking him about it is because it is, so Texas's 9th state Senate district, although it seems kind of, who gives a crap? It's a big deal because it is it contains the most Republican county in the entire state of Texas. It's Tarrant County. It's in this state Senate district. It's where Fort Worth is. Donald Trump won it by 17 points in November of 2024. The Democrat, Taylor Remitt, just beat the Republican by 14 points. So it's a 31-point swing in arguably one of the reddest counties in the entire country.
I was reading about this guy. He's like a machinist union.
He's a union leader.
Yeah, union leader. And like just the fact that, like, think about that. The president endorses you and you get your ass kicked by 13 points in a district that the president won by 17.
District. Right.
And the campaign money was totally lopsided.
Oh,
Which
John,
way, John?
He had like nothing, and the Republican had like over $1 million or something.
That is crazy.
Oh, John, I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm going to pull up my chart here because, the numbers were truly insane. She spent over $2.4 million.
Oh, wow. State Senate race?
Wow.
In a state Senate
just to give you an
race.
idea, I would say, Tom, what do you think? In most state Senate races in Indiana, under $100,000.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Under
it's closer to
under
I think
50
50
grand.
is a lot for a state Senate race.
Fair enough.
And
Just to give you
unless you're in Indianapolis.
Sure.
Because then you have to do TV commercials.
And just to give our listeners an idea.
right.
Like
Yes,
$2.4 million in a state
That's
Senate race?
insane.
Yes. And so I'm so
Whoa.
glad John said that. So she spent over $2.4 million. Taylor Remitt spent a little under $400,000. It looks about $370,000.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot, and he won. And the thing that I love more than the dollar amount is the number of donors. So the MAGA Republican Lee Wamsgans, she had around 217 donors.
217? That's it?
217. That's it.
217 very wealthy donors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're like-
exactly,
I wonder
Lindsay.
how many were from Tarrant County, like 5 or...
Probably not even.
0. Her biggest donor was a Trump Las Vegas casino guy who gave her over $3 million.
That's great.
So 217 donors, like Lindsay said, wealthy donors, because each of them gave an average of over $3,700.
Jeez.
Wow.
Taylor Remitt had over 1,860 donors.
Yeah.
They gave an average of $116.
That's so cool.
You could tell who the
That's
grassroots candidate
that's a
is.
grassroots campaign.
Yes.
Yep.
Good old
That
fashioned
is-
grassroots.
Exactly.
John, what do you... John, I mean, I know that you've been, sounding the siren here that it's going to be a disaster. I mean, does this just kind of... Do you just double down on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is going to be the biggest red wave 2026.
Yeah.
Or blue?
Blue
When-
wave, excuse me.
Listen,
Yeah.
when Trump
me.
just this morning, Trump, one of his posts was, "I have the best poll numbers ever, the greatest economy ever." This is this morning. They're living in an alternate universe. Yes,
Yep.
gas is down, eggs are down, everything else still sucks.
Yep.
And this is just indicative, this result in a state Senate race in Texas, of what's going to happen in the midterms.
I agree with
hate
you.
to say it.
It's going to be a bad year for the Republican Party in 2026. I think, and I hope that it carries over to 2028 because there's some people that are culpable that are up in 2028. And I just hope we don't get over this.
I hope we don't
There's
either.
a couple of Democrats who need to get their shit together.
Listen, Linz.
Voting for, that massive ICE bill, 7 of them, and then they come out talking about how I didn't realize what I was voting for.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like,
That guy
you're
from
going to
New York.
backtrack after?
Yeah.
No. You done been new.
Yep.
Linz,
the
Linz
yeah,
won't let
so
you
the-
forget.
The real question here is can the momentum hold up? Because everybody has very short attention spans. Can Democrats not piss away this momentum? And can they do something with it if they do regain control, whether it is in a state legislature or balance things out in DC? Is there going to be something that is markedly different to voters that they can still run on in 2028?
Right.
Because that's the frustration of somebody who's, for those of us that have kind of been watching politics for a long time, because a lot of people are just getting involved, really for the first time in their lives. But those of us that have been, which is wonderful, please come on. But for those of us who have been doing this a long time, Of course, there's the second term slump. There's the off year slump that most presidents experience. But beyond that, we have to remember that this MAGA movement is really decades in the making. And if we believe that one blue wave is going to right our ship, we're delusional.
Well, it didn't in 2022, right? I mean,
No,
or
it did not.
2020, I should say. We thought, okay, good. Trump will never come back. 2024, he won again. So let's be careful.
And Democrats got real relaxed, in that 2020 term with Joe Biden, because everybody treated Donald Trump like a fluke. Everybody treated it like a blip, and they didn't give enough reverence to the movement that brought him into power. And that movement, no matter how much longer he lives, that movement is alive and well. I remind people all the time, J.D. Vance is my age. He's in his 40s. Jim Banks is another terrifying one. He's our Indiana senator, but he is up there. He's 45. Stephen Miller, is he even 40 yet?
Yikes.
I don't know. He looks 1,000. He may be turning 40 this year.
Beelzebub.
These people are young. This movement is ingrained in the United States, and we really have to show that the deference that it deserves.
Well, thanks, Corinne. This is always, I love having, first of
great.
all, you bring the energy, which we need sometimes in the dog days of winter. So thank you.
For real, this is depressing shit right now. I will go out on one more fun thing because we're 11 days away from Valentine's Day, y'all.
Thanks for
Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day is not really my thing or my partner's thing. And because we're traversing countries here, sometimes we send each other things. It gets there 2 months early or 2 months late. We never know. The Canadian postal system is kind of a mess. But he sent me my Valentine's present, and I opened it this weekend, and I want to show it to y'all. So it says, "Fuck Valentine's Day. I love you every day."
That's great. Very cute.
So cute.
So,
sweet.
if you don't know what to do for Valentine's Day, a funny mug, a funny t-shirt, a funny pair of socks with your dog's face on it, you can get that crap in the next 11 days. And this has been bringing me so much joy when we haven't seen the sun in 14 days.
Good reminder. See, good reminder from Corinne Straight
it.
to get on your Valentine's Day gift giving.
I'm on it.
And make it funny. Make it funny. So, that's
Thanks,
everybody.
Corinne.
Everybody needs a laugh right now, right?
Thanks for the straight talk, Corinne. Straight talk with Corinne
Loved it.
Straight. Every
Loved it.
Tuesday,
Thanks for having
second
me,
segment.
guys.
Good to see you. Have a good week.
See you
See you
next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.
All right. There we go. Let's do some ads. And when
Love
we come
that.
back, we got like a potpourri of
All kinds of good
national,
stuff.
state, and local issues that we're going to hit.
Even Rod Stewart.
Even Rod Stewart's going to start off our next segment. So let's start off our second set of breaks with 219 Development and Bauer Construction, our studio sponsor. We're excited to welcome longtime friends of the show and now one of our premier studio sponsors, Bauer Construction Company and 219 Development Services. This week, they're highlighting the PCC Wellness Austin Family Health Center, a high-quality not-for-profit health center providing medical and dental care to a healthcare desert and to some of our most vulnerable community members. The 219 Development and Bauer Construction teams work closely with the owner and architect to engineer the project, deliver a more cost-effective and highly functional facility without sacrificing quality, and it was completed both ahead of time and under budget. If you're building or developing in Northwest Indiana, Bauer and 219 are the teams you want in your corner. They can transform your vision to reality with confidence. Learn more or get started at 219-803-0417.
Calumet Brewing. Did you make it a dry January? I know I did.
I did not.
I did not.
Now what?
I did.
How
Now
about
what?
continuing?
Did you, John?
it?
Good job, man.
Yeah, I don't.
I made it 26 days.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going on.
So now
6
what,
months.
Lindsay?
Good
Oh,
job,
yes.
Lynn.
You better be dry.
Lindsay.
But
Be
she's got a
awkward if you
bad
didn't.
cannabis habit now.
Yeah. She's like, dry January? No, I didn't make it.
Does weed
High
count?
January?
High January.
Does weed count?
All right. How about continuing it into a free from alcohol February with a cold alcohol-free beer? Michelob Ultra Zero is a superior alcohol-free beer that has 29 calories, 6.5 carbs, and a new lime-flavored option. For those that love craft brews, try the new Golden Road Mango Car NA or the Elysian Easy Dust IPA. Don't forget about Stella Artois 0.0, which is brewed to give the import drinker a perfectly balanced alcohol-free beer. With so many great non-alcoholic beer options, keeping your dry January rolling into February has never been easier for those that love beer. Enjoy beers and cheers responsibly.
Great read, Linz.
Thanks.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. Or for tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Prestomer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestomer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and more. The Prestomer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. Hablamos Español.
Byway Brewing. Why am I getting the alcohol ones?
I know.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and an outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offers a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their amazing food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit, let them show you that customer service is their top priority. Check out more at bywaybrewing.beer.
All right. Thanks to our sponsors.
Including our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana Lake County, and 219 Development Bauer Construction.
All right. We got a few different subjects we're going to pound through here.
We wanted to like, oh, sorry, Tom.
It's all right. First one is, I didn't want to, did you have something you wanted
Oh,
to
I was just going to say, like, we've been dying to, like, kind of play some stuff for a couple shows now that just kind of, like, is all over and indicative of what people are feeling about what's going on, not only in Minneapolis, but just about Trump.
And none of them are big enough for a whole segment. So we just sort of put them all into one segment here. And the first one is Rod Stewart talking about Donald Trump. And, you know, Rod Stewart's a knight, I guess. He's been knighted.
He's been knighted.
Sir.
There's a number of people who have been knighted.
Yeah.
Elton John.
Elton John is a knight. He's been
Mick Jagger.
knighted.
Roger Daltrey recently.
Who's Mick Jagger?
Sir
I just
Ian
made Mick Jagger up.
McKellen.
Mick Jagger's got to be.
Yeah, he's Sir Mick.
Sir Mick, Sir Roger, Sir Rod.
And there have been ladies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do they call them? Madam?
Dame.
Dame?
Dame.
Okay. Dame.
Damn.
Okay,
Dame.
Okay.
so we're going to hear Sir
Have some
Rod.
respect.
This is Sir Rod Stewart. I'm not a freaking British. I mean, it's cool and all that, but I don't have to.
I bet you if somebody said you're being knighted by the
I like
king,
this stuff.
you'd be rushing over there.
Oh, hell yeah.
It'd be so cool.
Just for the sword.
Just
You do get to
You
keep
get a
the
sword?
sword. Yes.
you gotta have this. You gotta
That's
get
awesome.
the sword, right?
I mean, I don't have a sword.
You do have a sword, though.
I have a sword.
Oh, I do have a sword. I have a sword in City Hall. I forgot.
Plastic
As-
sword.
Yeah.
I
As-
have a real sword. I'll bring it in one day.
Damn. All right.
You're
Dame.
pregnant. You can't do that.
I will do what I want.
When Roger Daltrey got knighted, I kind of, as a Who fan, I was kind of just looking up some stuff, and there, the royal, I don't know what you call it, the royal family, the king, their website talks about like who can knight somebody, and usually it's the king, but he can delegate it to another royal family member, and so like I think Prince William knighted Roger Daltrey.
Oh, nice. Well, let's do Rod Stewart. This
All
is
right.
what Rod
Here's
Stewart has
Rod
to
Stewart.
say about
Thanks.
America right now.
Oh, wow.
Look at him.
Yeah, a humble rock star. I'm also a knight of the realm, and I have my opinions. I was born just after the war, and have great respect for our armed forces that fought and gave us our freedom. So it hurts me badly, deeply, when I read that the draft dodger Trump has criticized our troops in Afghanistan for not being on the front line. We lost over 400 of our guys. Think of their parents. Think about it. And Trump calls them almost like cowards. It's unbearable. So I'm calling on you, Prime Minister Starmer and Farage, please make the draft dodger Trump apologize. Please.
That was a bad salute, for the record.
He's probably
Maybe
not
that's
used to
proper
saluting.
salute in.
They
Well,
don't
I just
salute
think that
anyway.
I think it's just so like English to like the demand that he has is just an apology.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of very English. But
this was about a comment Trump made, right?
Yeah, it was
about after 9/11.
It was a crazy comment.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Italy too,
Italy,
which was surprising.
Denmark.
Yeah, have come out.
It was pretty insulting.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said. But
he basically said like, we did all the fighting.
Yeah.
These guys were basically not on the front lines.
Says the draft dodger. That's the classic part of the whole thing is.
Well, you as a veteran, I'm sure you feel.
But
strongly.
like when it was his time, I feel that way about a lot of people. But it's particularly Trump, especially because as a president, he's this strong man. And he was a coward when he was 18. When it was his time to go, he was a fucking coward. And now I'm a strong man president.
Commander-in-chief.
He's such a freaking wuss, dude.
He did come out afterwards in his own way and was like, they were great. It was referring to like England or something, like the British troops.
Yeah, I just saw like country after country posting their coffins like being delivered back to their country. And I saw interviews with parents who lost their sons and daughters like fighting.
So embarrassing.
It's really not a good way to treat your allies.
All right, so what do we have next?
So
this is just rage clicks, right? We're just gonna get pissed off, all of us.
This is just stuff that like.
It's all right. I'm sleep deprived.
You're ready?
I'm
rage
ready
clicks.
So mad.
Let's go.
So Tom Tillis is a Republican senator from North Carolina. He's not running for re-election, and he's kind of been freed of any like nervousness or maybe fear of retribution.
He doesn't have
because
to kiss Trump's ass.
Yeah, he doesn't have to kiss anybody's ass, and he just has been railing against Kristi Noem and Stephen Miller, which I'm enjoying. And so this is just a clip where somebody caught him right outside the Capitol on his way out into his vehicle.
Just let me know when to stop, Kevin. Right?
Yeah, I think it's 44. Did I?
Part of a job. These
to the
are
end.
Like amateurish assistant manager sort of thought processes going into somebody who's a secretary in a cabinet level position. It's unacceptable.
Does she need to step down? Does she need to?
Stephen Miller is in the same boat. This guy, after doing the stupid comments he made about Greenland getting the president in a difficult circumstance, is one of the people that came out publicly and said that this guy was a terrorist before he had even talked with anybody on the ground, and that's clearly not the case now. So, I mean, it's just, Stephen Miller never fails to live up to my expectations of incompetence.
Why do you think he should be fired?
I'm going to leave that up to the president. I can tell you, if I were president, neither one of them would be in Washington right now.
But do you think Noem should step down?
I think Noem needs to decide what. I think if Noem looks at her body of work, I could not be. If I were in her position, I can't think of any point of pride over the last year. She's got to make her own decision, or the president does. But she has taken this administration into the ground on an issue that we should own. We should own the issue of border security and immigration, but they have destroyed that for Republicans. Something that got the president elected, they have destroyed it through their incompetence.
The guy's running for president.
Wow.
He also,
I guarantee you,
the president called him a loser.
I guarantee you, this guy's running for Republican president against J.D. Vance when this is over. That's why he's doing it.
I mean, I thought
that's why he's doing this.
Yeah,
dude.
he sounds reasonable at least.
I thought it was interesting.
Mentally
But like
sound.
the next president and the next nominee in the Republican Party is, J.D. Vance is. It's going to be somebody like this, somebody that's calling Trump out because they know Trump is extremely unpopular, and you can't win. This next election is not going to be won by a Trump loyalist. No way.
I agree with you. I mean, we'll see what happens in the primaries, but
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is the Republican primary. It's not going to be a Trump loyalist. The Trump movement's over.
Tom Tillis, I think that was great stuff, and I think John, you've said it like a bunch of times where. Immigration's got what got the president elected, and now it's been turned on its head.
Screw it up.
Yeah,
and now they flipped. Did you see?
It's totally flipped.
Did you see that Noem announces that the ICE is going to wear body cams now?
Yeah,
it's like about time they
flipped completely on this,
and they should, by the way.
But by the way, Tom,
I own Exxon stock, by the way.
Oh wow, good call.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's great stock. It's a monopoly for the body cams.
There you go, Tom's stock tip of the day.
AXON.
Oh, AXON.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Tom, I agree with you, and this is one thing I wanted to say if we had more time with Corinne. She was saying the MAGA movement's really ingrained. I don't know that I entirely agree. I think MAGA.
I know how you feel about that.
Is been proven to be a grift this second time around, and I think a lot of people like myself aren't even going to show up to vote.
I think that's what's happening in these elections.
Yeah,
there's no drive to go vote.
No,
yeah. So
the motivated people to vote right now are Democrats and
without a doubt, and motivation.
Independents and Democrats are motivated. Republicans they're embarrassed, and it goes even into we were talking the other day about where all the Trump signs are south of 30.
Yeah, Trump flags,
and where all the Trumps. They're embarrassed. The people that had flags out during the presidential election are embarrassed. to support Donald Trump right now because of what he's doing.
Man, I come across a lot of really vocal Trump supporters
online.
No, well, some online, yeah, but at work
online,
too. Like some of my patients,
Yeah, but you are down in you're south of 30 though, Linz. I mean, that is the part of the county you're going to.
But I mean, I don't want you guys to underestimate. Like he still has a very rabid following.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's like Corinne said. I mean, be careful. We cannot be complacent. So one of the people that also in the Republican Party has like just raised the ire and temperature in the blood pressure of the president is Thomas Massie, who's a Republican congressman from Kentucky. And John, you want to lead this one in because this is something you showed me yesterday.
We must protect Thomas Massie at all costs, man. He's the last patriot on the Republican side, one of the last. But Thomas Massie has gotten the ire of the president because of the Epstein files, really. I think that's what it comes down to. He's been pushing for these Epstein files to be released. It was his bill that passed in Congress that everyone signed off on and got these things released. But Trump freaking hates him, man. And now he's attacking his new wife. So Trump says people are saying that Massie became a liberal because his new wife, blessed be their marriage, is supposedly a radical left flamethrower.
He's going after his wife.
His wife.
What an asshole.
Yeah. His new wife.
The president of the United States is a scumbag.
And he says, and he refers to his wife as his new union all went so fast that maybe he didn't know what he was getting into. But nevertheless, he is absolutely terrible and an unreliable Republican, perhaps a rhino, or maybe even worse.
So if you remember, Massie's first wife passed away. Mm-hmm. So Trump is throwing some shade there that he got maybe married too fast.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
He's a piece
talking
of shit,
about a guy who like flaunted his affairs and like it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But do you see, this is where, again, someone like myself, and there's a lot of people that feel this way, think Massie actually holds the principles of what the GOP should be, and Trump's attacking him now. Everything's flipped on its head.
Yep. Well, I think that's why Massie pushing back is great, and I hope Massie wins his primary because I think
he has to.
Yeah, like when stuff like that happens, it just shows the weakness in MAGA and in Trump. So, and then here's Massie. There's a little video here of Massie talking about how Kash Patel's staff threatened.
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy. Threatened. This is a great follow, by the way. Tennessee Holler. If you're not familiar with it, it's a really good follow on Twitter or on X. This is Congressman Massie talking about somebody from the FBI coming to visit his staff.
Also, I'm going to say this here on camera because it's important. One of Kash Patel's staff threatened my staff with a criminal investigation if we didn't straighten up and play ball.
I was going to ask you about that, but since you brought it up, and I didn't
I'm bringing it up.
Okay, you brought it up.
And so, like a criminal investigation having nothing to do, he said it was going to be a fraud. We're going to investigate one of your staff for fraud. Right. And he told another one of my staff this. If you guys don't straighten up, if you want to play hardball, if this is how you want to play it or something like that, this member of your staff is going to get criminally investigated for fraud.
So
how is
he not getting investigated for that?
Who's going to investigate them?
The DOJ. They're the top of the food chain.
And that's what's going on with these Epstein files too. Like, you got all this stuff and nothing's happening.
Because he's in there.
Yeah, all because Massie wants what Trump ran on.
Right.
Which one of the big campaign promises was the Epstein files.
Right.
And it went from that to they don't exist to there's 6 million
hoax.
files that are getting released. And you're attacking Massie for this? Come on,
Who
man.
tried to get it out, him and Ro Khanna. Yeah. So
Obama's breathing easy right now. He knows he's not in there.
No.
Isn't that funny? I mean, all due respect. I mean, Bill Clinton's in there, obviously.
They're getting ready to testify. I saw.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to not testify.
No, they
agreed to do
it.
They
flipped last night.
Really?
Yeah. They said they're going to testify.
Isn't that funny? Bill Clinton has to testify, but Donald Trump's nasty ass gets to sit there and do nothing. What
also is getting me, because I've been looking at some of the Epstein files as much as I can stomach, because some of it's kind of gross, but they are doing a really thorough job of censoring the perpetrators.
Right.
And they are doing a piss poor job of censoring the victims. Yeah. There are literally pictures of women with no clothes on,
and their
whole face, and they're in there.
Wow.
How is that not intimidation?
Well,
because it's the victims who are saying we need you to bring, like, keep them coming. There's more. There's more, and you can drop them. And I think this is them trying to say,
oh, yeah, you want us to drop them? Here you go.
Well, because now some of the victims have filed, I just saw this yesterday, like they filed something to like take them back, re-censor, and then drop them again.
Yeah.
And that's going to delay things further. And that's just...
to do all of them, but.
Yeah, so one of the other things that's been happening, and this is so weird because, like, you know how Trump is obsessed with, I didn't lose the 2020 election, right? So there was a raid last week in Fulton County, which is Atlanta, Georgia, and the subpoena that the warrant that the FBI had, it's an FBI raid, was to like get the 2020 ballots and like get them all, which is so bizarre. Okay, and let's remember this: Trump yesterday in an interview said that the federal government should nationalize elections. Now that is number one, it's just bizarre for a president to say that, but number two, it's unconstitutional.
It's scary.
The Constitution says that the time, place, and manner of elections shall be done by the states. Okay, you don't have, and within the states, by the way, each county kind of runs their own election. You know this, Tom. And so it's bizarre to even Trump is just obsessed with this whole 2020 thing. He's going to prove that even though everything has been overturned, like any lawsuit that Giuliani filed has been thrown out, and he's still going to prove that something happened in Georgia. So this is just a quick clip, John. If you want to just play Senator Ossoff from Georgia. Yep. This is his clip. We'll just play it.
So a judge signed a warrant for this search, which according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, included all physical ballots from the 2020 general election in Fulton County, all tabulator tapes from every voting machine, all ballot images during the original count, and all of the voter rolls. That's what we know according to reporting at this point. Why do you think, we all have our theories, but why do you think DOJ is doing this right now? Trump's DOJ is doing this right now.
Jen, thank you for having me. And this is a seismic event. This should have people across the country absolutely shook. This is a huge deal. This is an FBI raid on the Fulton County Elections Office. His conspiracy theories about the 2020 election have been based in Georgia from the very start. Georgia is where he called the Secretary of State and said, find me the votes that he needed to win in a state he had lost. So much of the big lie that led to the January 6th sacking of the United States Capitol, that had a mob seeking the Speaker of the House and the Vice.
It's good, John. Yeah, so that's that's part of it. And then the other thing I just want to do before we leave today, and I know we're getting a little bit late here, is over the weekend I was watching Meet the Press with Kristen Welker. They had the Speaker of the House on, and there's this whole thing about Tulsi Gabbard, right? She is the director of the National Intelligence Agency. And the National Intelligence Agency, there's a statute that basically says you're not supposed to be involved in domestic law enforcement. And there's a picture that's come out of Tulsi Gabbard, like in the shadows at the Fulton County raid.
She was in the shadows.
It's weird, right? It was like in a ball cap in the shadows. Yeah. And the reason I bring this up and the reason I want to play this clip is that Speaker Johnson didn't really come out, in my opinion, in full force in support of Tulsi Gabbard. Like when presented this on national news on Sunday in Meet the Press, and this is just a short clip. It's like 25 seconds of his answer to Kristen Welker.
A fraud in Georgia, but let me ask you, was it appropriate for the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard? She was on the ground there. She is prohibited by law from taking part in domestic law enforcement. Was it appropriate for her to be a part of the raid on the election center in Georgia?
I don't know. I do believe the DNI has some involvement and some role to play in ensuring election integrity, but I don't know the details of that, and we have to reserve judgment. I will.
The National Security Act of 1947 bars U.S. intelligence agencies from exercising law enforcement powers.
But we don't know that that's what happened there. I don't know that she was.
But that's so Johnson.
Yeah.
He never knows what's going on. That is his answer for everything.
He does seem a little clueless every time they put him on the news.
It's the perfect response, though, because it just absolves him from,
I
don't know.
We're gonna continue to follow this stuff. So, Tom, you want to wrap us?
Sure. Hey, thank you for everybody listening. We did Straight Talk with Corinne today. We did a lot of great jobs. Good to see you again, Linz. Glad you're feeling well. Jay Vez, thank you very much for working with Corinne and getting her in. Thanks, Corinne, for doing a great segment. We have on Friday's show, Bo-Bye. So, come back on Friday for the Secretary of State candidate.
That is big.
We had Blythe Potter on a week or two ago, and we're going to have Bo-Bye on, and that is probably the marquee race in the May primary in Indiana is the Secretary of State primary.
Well, it's in the convention.
Yeah, it's in the convention.
June.
But that is definitely the marquee race, and we've had both candidates on Lockpod. Very proud of that. And so, Kevin, great to see you. Great job on today's show. And to our sponsors, to our listeners, you're the key part of this show. Without you, this couldn't happen. So thank you very much for listening to Lockpod. We appreciate you. We'll be back on Friday with Bo-Bye. Take care, everybody. Lockpod's out.